Good morning, each and every one of you out there, and welcome to this glorious Haiku Friday. Today being January 19th, 2024. I haven't screwed up too much on the old 2023-2024 business yet, but around June I probably will. Uh, let's get started on our haiku, shall we? Hmm, why not? Okay, we have two from Max Q. Max Q writes, "The teenage wasteland, in all its rage and glory, searching for meaning." Yeah, Max is uh, back in school doing a little substitute teaching. Oh my gosh, those lucky students. Uh, Max is quite a literary juggernaut, I would say. Well, as evidenced by his haikus. So thank you, Max. Second one from Max Q. This one will have a photograph which will accompany it in the comments. Not on the comments on YouTube because they don't let you post pictures on comments, at least that I've been able to figure out. But on the web or on Facebook, they'll be there. So if I remember, I should. All right, here it is. The cat on the lap came in from the morning cold, purrs contentedly. Yeah, and I'll get into the cold a little bit. I mean, me, I'm going to have a little bit of I'm going to talk a little bit about what's going on uh, here in Spokane, Washington. But they'll come later. Now, here's one, speaking of cold, from Bill. Bill, who really lives in an cold place. He says it's down. I think he said it's like zero now. It was like 20 below. Now it's zero. So they're feeling uh, the warm streak going on. But he's sent a picture of, I believe it was Vancouver, if I remember correctly. And I will be posting that as well because you can see how well this this poem uh, basically goes with the photograph. I think Bill did a great job of capturing the way it looks. Sunset on the shore, a study in red, blue, gray, day slows to a stop. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's a good feeling. That's a good feeling. I like it when the day slows to a stop. Now, here's one from Rico-san, who has been following the sun, I would say, because that's his first line. Following the sun, finally finding its home, now searching for shade. Now, I almost stumbled over that. Maybe I did a little bit. I'm going to say it again. So I think that last line, I got a little bit tongue twisted. Let's do this again. Following the sun, finally finding its home, now searching for shade. Yes, a little more pronunciation on my part. Here is uh, here is mine, and it doesn't seem like it's much because it's not much of a poem, but it's weird. I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning thinking about this one, and when you hear it, you'll go, "Wow, that really wasn't worth thinking about." But I did. I'm just guilty as charged. A new clothing line, the contiguous Northwest CNW. Or I could say the contiguous. Is it contiguous? I think I've said it both ways. A new clothing line, the contiguous Northwest CNW. A new clothing line, the contiguous North. I think I like contiguous. A new clothing line, the contiguous Northwest CNW. Yes, that one was waking me up early this morning. I had this thought in my mind about, up here they sell these T-shirts that say like the PNW for the Pacific Northwest, And supposedly it's really taken off. I mean, it's a big deal. People want these shirts that say PNW on them. And I thought, why not open it up? If you did the CNW, you could have a line right through Lebanon, Kansas, I think is like the middle of the United States. Right through there. Everything uh, everything to the in the upper left-hand corner, that'd be the CNW. I mean, open it up. You have crab fishermen, you have people eating corn, you have bison, you have ragweed, you have all sorts of things. Um, so that was my thing: is open it up. Let's make it the CNW. Okay, that concludes this very, very formal portion of Haiku Friday. If you'd like to stick around to hear what's going on, I've just got a quick update. So, well, let's do that. What's new? Well, it has been so cold. It has been so cold across the country, and so why would Spokane be any different? And it's been cold here, but it's starting to warm up. We go from like 10 below zero here, and then all of a sudden, looks like we're going to be getting rain in the next couple of days. Yes. Yes. For those of you who think that this proves that global warming is not true, well, you're absolutely wrong because yes, there is extreme cold, extreme weather associated with global climate change, and we're experiencing that. Maybe it's just another human extinction cycle. Could be. Let's see. Uh, anyway, it's been so cold. We had MLK festivities on Monday. We walked down there. I got some sound for the radio show. Actually, a radio show with some content in it, which was good for this last Tuesday. You're all welcome to go to kyrs.org if you want to listen to that show. It was nice, good speech making, good singing. The only problem was it was an hour long. My show, I get about 47, 48 minutes of content if I really just shove it in there. So I had to talk over some people, and I don't like doing that. But we do the best we can. But it was fun. We did the little short walk. It's always a little tiny walk, basically around like 3 blocks. But it was so cold out. I'm glad we didn't walk very far. Um, Baby Arthur, my grandson, oh my gosh, he's smiling. He talks. He's like not, I think he's, what is he, 3 months old now? And he talks. I mean, he's like, blah, 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 says stuff, big smiles, gets pissed off pretty quickly too. Like my son Aiden says, he's got big feelings. He does have big feelings. All right. I have been, oh, you know what? I was thinking about this just before we went to air here. Is, at work, especially when I was not a lieutenant or a captain, but was a firefighter in the back of the engine, my officer would sometimes ask me, like, any New Year's resolutions? And I would always say, I'm taking it to the next level, which would get them very worried and kind of a little bit nervous because my next level, I was a bit of a prankster. I wouldn't say well, I mean, okay, I was a troublemaker, but I didn't do bad trouble. It was always fun stuff, but I always made people, my officers, a little bit nervous. And as one friend of mine who was my lieutenant said, "Oh, you've got so much bad karma built up. It's going to be hell for you." When I made lieutenant, because and it was true. It was true. I mean, I did deserve any bad thing that came my way because, oh my gosh, I like to have fun. And so this year I have reclaimed taking it to the next level. And I think it's more of an attitude thing than an action thing. We'll see. Uh, so what have I been working on? Well, right now I'm doing some religious Sasquatch work right now, taking like religious art that everybody's really familiar with, kind of schlocky stuff that we've all grown used to, that there's this resonance, cultural resonance that when you see it, but I'm putting Sasquatch in those situations and maybe changing them up a little bit So I'm looking at this one right now. I've been working on it a couple of days. When I say a couple of days, probably about 3 hours into this thing, maybe 2.5 hours, and it's shaping up nicely. I'm be very happy to show you that. It's an oil painting, so it takes a while to dry and all that stuff. One I've been doing the misconstrued platitudes that I've worked on a couple of those. I'll share those with you if you'd like, or even if you don't like, I'm going to share them with you. Here was one, and originally it said, "Good friends are like stars. You don't always see them, but you know they're always there." And then now it says, "Good friends are like tar. You know they're always there." And there's a cat um, picking out a strand of spaghetti from a bowl of spaghetti with a carafe. Yes, I think the cat sort of looks kangaroo-ish, but that's okay because you know what? I looked at pictures of cats sitting, and they do look kangaroo-ish. Ah, who knew? All right. So, and here's one. This one I kind of hurried through because I was in the middle. Had just started it, and my wife pointed out that it was LL Cool J's birthday, and I was like, I have an opportunity to finish this on LL Cool J's birthday. So, did I rush it? Could it have been a little bit better? Yeah, but you know what? These things aren't good to begin with, so I'm just honoring that. Um, so this originally said, "Hello, fall." It was kind of some sort of gift tag, and it had like a piece of twine at the top, and I mean it was expensive. I think it was at like they wanted $15 for this thing originally. Of course, I got it at Value Village for a greatly discounted thing. But now instead of saying "Hello, fall," it says "Hello, LL." Yes, LL Cool J. There he is. Yes, he looks kind of goofy, but the picture of him is kind of goofy. LL Cool J, kind of a hero. Uh, really, I love these people who bridge the gaps. Basically, are evolutionary forces, and he certainly was one in rap. I felt like okay, so we've done that. Those are two that I'm working on. I just randomly, I have like 50 of these things now. These platitudes, the misconstrued platitudes that I pick one at random, and then it's up to me to like, I got to figure out something for this. Some are going to be better than others, but I have them, and I'm going to put something on each and every one of them. Yes, I am. Okay. Uh, I am making some good headway on my radio script, which is good. I haven't touched it for a month. And you know what happens is you start forgetting the story. I can see why people pull all-nighters to write scripts. And I think, man, I think I'm going to wind up doing that one night. Just sit down and just pound it out because um, it you forget where you are. There's continuity issues, also inspiration issues. So I just might just go finish this thing up pretty soon and then start hacking it up. That's what I really like doing is editing stuff. I like taking what I wrote and then tearing it apart and being pretty ruthless about what I do with it. So I'll be doing that with that script, which I think somehow figures into the grant I got from Washington State. Maybe I don't know. I can't remember what I wrote, but there'll be something for me pretty soon to say. You said you were going to do this, so whatever it was, I will do it. Now I've been reading this book. I've been really enjoying books lately, and this is a book by Carl Uwe Knausgaard or Knausgaard. Yes, a guy you probably never heard of. I would have never heard of him, but my son and my lovely daughter-in-law, Aiden and Natalie, they like this guy a lot. And I this has been so cool as a parent. Think about this. When you are with this child when they're growing up, they are there is this evolutionary seed that has sprung forward. And all you can really do is feed it, be nice to it, hopefully teach it how to be human, and then get out of the way because my kids, my three sons have really been instrumental in moving me forward as a human being. And this book is no exception that I got as a Christmas present. Now, his manner of writing, it's very free form. I'm sure he spends a lot of time crafting it. But it's very like, how am I feeling about this? How do I feel about this cup of tea that I'm enjoying? And he took this and he's written like thousands and thousands of pages about his own life, getting up in the morning and what that's like. And it's fascinating, really fascinating writing. But he did this with Edvard Munch, who's also a Norwegian, like our good friend Carl here. And Edvard is Munch is a pretty cool. I like his style of painting, and of course, everybody's familiar with the Scream. Uh, but there's a lot more to him than that, and there is, and the title of this book is "So Much Longing in So Little Space," and that's kind of what it's about. Is what the impression that he has looking at these paintings, and I love it. It's been a really good read. And what is this, you might ask? Well, this, my friends, is a little light because, I have a Kindle and I, of course, read online and stuff, but this is so cozy. It's a little like orangey yellow light. It's like $8 on Amazon. And so this is my new way of reading books now is putting this on. And the paper on this is really nice and thick. Oh, just delicious. Having a little cup of hot cocoa. So I've been running a lot. That's been fun. Every day or so, I go out and run, even when it's cold, except for when it was 10 below. I didn't run then. I have not been drinking. Well, I've had like maybe 5 alcoholic beverages in the past over 3 months. And that is some health concerns that I had. And I think those health concerns have since passed. But you know what? I'm kind of used to not drinking now. Um, it doesn't, it even if when I have had the occasional like one drink, doesn't I like the taste of it, but it doesn't do anything for me. I have reframed alcohol in my mind to be sort of like a candy bar, I suppose. When would you sit down and eat a candy bar? Not very often. It's enjoyable. So that's kind of been it. And what I found is I have so much more time at night. Usually 5 o'clock or so, sit down, have that cocktail. That's sort of like the beginning of the end of the day. And now I find myself a lot of gas in my tank to kind of push on. Lately, we don't get to watching TV till like 8 o'clock at night. We watch TV for an hour, go to bed. That's been nice. Um, been doing my Shakespeare stuff, which has been fun. Jeffrey St. George doing a great workshop because you know what? I love theater and I love to act and I love all of that stuff. Um, but really, my formal training in acting, other than actual directors intervening intervening for me and stopping me on places during plays has been kind of ended in eighth grade really. um, so this has been great because Shakespeare, I've been in one play as an adult, a Shakespearean play, and I did okay in that. But I think I really want to know more, and I want to be better. And one thing that's been interesting about doing this, listening for things, listening for stressing on syllables and all the stuff Jeffrey's teaching us, is that my hearing, which is shot from flying the B-52 and then going into the fire service. I have hearing aids in whenever I'm awake. And even then, I can't make out words most of the time unless I can see the lips of people. But what I'm finding is that it's causing me to be a more careful listener. And I think that is going to be good for my hearing in the long run as well. All right. So, and I'm loving this deep dive into Shakespeare. I'm excited to do a monologue. Been working memorizing that. Okay, and other theater stuff. Fun Home will be opening at Stage Left next week. And this is a great, if you haven't read the graphic novel of Fun Home, it's wonderful. And the music, get a chance. If you've got a streaming service, tune in and listen to the Fun Home, the musical music. It's a deeply dark, dark story, but very funny. Um, all right, that's it. I've yammered on for too long. I thank you for tuning in. Please send me your haikus to haikufriday.com or put them down there in comments below. And I hope to see you all, or I won't see you all. Most of you, so a lot of you I've never ever seen, but I will be looking at this camera. I will be envisioning you. I will be enunciating and listening. All right. Bye for now. Gotta run.